Hi, it's Jennifer. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you stick around and maybe think about subscribing. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to do pretty much a full face just using one brand. It's all Wet n Wild. If you have not used Wet n Wild products, they are generally very good. They're available at Walgreens and Walmart and Target, pretty much, I don't know, everywhere you can buy inexpensive makeup. Ulta, I think, has it too. It's very inexpensive, but they have some products that are absolute standouts that are really, really surprisingly good. They have a few duds, most makeup lines do, but they've got one dud in particular that's probably the worst product I've ever used. So if you want to see what that was, stay tuned. I have already primed my eyes. I don't have a Wet n Wild eye primer. I'm sure they make one, but I wasn't going to buy one just for this video. I use the NYX eye primer, which I'm kind of not liking. It just feels sticky, but we'll just go. So this is the palette I'm going to be using today. This is the Naturel palette. This is not a first impressions. I've used this several times. I really like it. So we are just going to start with this very lightest color here, sort of just everywhere all over. Just sort of set down that eyeshadow primer. Give the other shot. I can't talk. Give the other eyeshadow something to stick to. Maybe after I finish this video, I'll do something that requires me to be outside. We know better. We all know better. So let's go in with this taupe color right here. And my very favorite little Real Techniques brush. Love this brush. I am staying well above the socket of my eye with this color, working it down just a little bit, but as I've said in previous videos, the intent for me is to try and I keep wanting to say the word masquerade. I don't want to masquerade. I want to try and hide that hood, and I can't think of the word I'm trying to use. It will come to me. Probably about 2:30 this morning, I will sit up in bed and go, oh, the word I meant was, but anyway. I'm just bringing this very neutral color up pretty high, not all the way to my brow bone, but very close, to try and disguise how badly my eye is hooded. And I'm just going to keep blending and blending and blending. I can't remember if I said this the other day, but it bears repeating. If your hand isn't tired, you haven't blended enough. I just noticed that the batteries on my ring light are very low, so if the light suddenly changes, don't worry, you did not have a stroke. It's my light. Okay, what should we do next? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I think I'll go in with a little bit, just a little, of this very dark color. From what I recall using this palette before, that's a really intense dark brown. So I think this is one of those a little goes a long way things. And I'm just going to work that kind of at an angle on the outer, maybe third of my eye, and blend it. Other eye, same story. These eyeshadows for the price are really nice little palettes. The temptation to go and get the other colors in the same collection is strong, but I don't need more eyeshadow. Did anybody ever need more eyeshadow? And I just ordered what I hope is a dupe for one of the Too Faced Smoky palettes. YouTube assures me it's a dupe. And not smoky, naked. Naked 3! The Naked 3 palette. I don't have it, I want it, I found what I hope is a dupe for it. It's coming in, I think, on Friday. So, we'll do a video. Why not? We'll sit down, we'll hang out. We'll do a video. I just heard a noise from behind me and no one's here but me and my dog. Can you see behind me? Is there something back there? No. Let's keep going and pretend we didn't hear it. All right. I think I want to bring that color in just below the little taupe color, just a little bit on the outer edge. Same brown. Little pointy Morphe brush. Morphe? It's a Morphe. Morphe brush. Y'all got your Morphe brushes out this morning? Yeah. You guys, I swear, this is my whole day. Not putting makeup on, but saying things out loud, usually to myself or to the dog, and then thinking that I'm really funny and laughing at nothing at all, other than just, you know, myself. It might be time for me to think about getting a job. No. Just sort of define this area. This dress is making me crazy. Maybe that should be a thing, naked YouTubing, so that your clothes don't bother you, and then nobody would actually know if you were naked. You could just say you were. I don't think that's a good idea. It's probably very obvious when you look at me, but my eyes are not actually even. One is considerably higher than the other. One eyebrow is more arched than the other. I am an asymmetrical mess. But constantly trying to make them look the same is a challenge. And I'm not sure I ever quite make it. After I'm finished with my makeup and I go about my day, at some point in the afternoon I look in the mirror and go, oh my God, was I not looking in the mirror? Everything is crooked. It's crooked. I need to train my dog or something to tell me when it's actually straight. That'd be a good trick. My dog has cataracts. He can't see anything. Can't teach a blind dog new tricks? Oh God, that was a terrible thing to say. All right, I am kind of feeling this kind of medium pinky shimmery. Can you see that? What brush should we put that on with? Let's try this little elf brush. Just work that into the lid and just barely into the socket. That's either really pretty or really not. I can't decide. I'm sure when I look at the footage later, I'll either be really happy or think, oh, what the hell was I thinking? I am not going to use regular eyeliner because the only Wet n Wild liner that I have is a felt tip. Whew. I'm really bad at that, so I'm going to take this little pencil brush, go back into that dark brown, and just smudge that along the upper lash line just a bit, just for a bit of definition, but without a really harsh line. I ain't feeling the harsh today. I'm going to have to flip the mirror. Hold your breath. It is a crying shame that once you reach a certain age, you need the magnifying side of the mirror. And once you reach a certain age, you don't want to see that. Okay, I curled my lashes off camera, And I already know I don't like this mascara. When I filmed this video the other day, I discovered how awful it was. But for the sake of the video and for you, I'm going to show you. This is the Wet n Wild MegaLength mascara in black. It is waterproof. What I will say is I do like this applicator. It's one of those kind of hard rubber applicators. And that is all that I like about this mascara. I always wonder if it's just freaky to watch someone else put their mascara on camera. Anyway, I will tell you now what I don't like about this mascara, and actually today is a little better than the other day. The other day it was brand new from the package, and now it's about a week old, so maybe it's dried out a little bit. But it's one of those super wet mascaras, and I don't know why those do this, but it just knocks the curl right out of my lashes. Within a few minutes, the other day anyway, they were just sticking straight forward, no curl left, no noticeable volume, no noticeable length. Just, it reminded me of that mascara you bought, you know, when you were a teenager and you didn't have any money and you just bought some mascara, kind of like that. I'm super picky about mascara because I don't have good lashes. And I think this was, I don't know, $3 or $4. Not even worth that. Okay, do you see this problem? It's clumpy, it's smooshing all together in places. I look like I've got little pointy spiders at the top of my eyes. At the top of my eyes. You know, the eyelash things, those, yeah, that's what it looks like. Anyway, I don't like it. After today's video, I will never use it again. I'm going to see if Cooper wants it. If she doesn't, trash. And, okay, I do not have a Wet n Wild primer. Again, I know that they make one, but I didn't want to buy one just for this video because I'm trying to use up all the primers that I have. Excuse me, I'm itchy today. So I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. I like this one. It's okay. I'm out of my very favorite primer, the Professional, and not letting myself buy another primer until I use all the ones that I have, even the ones that I hate. Ah! Did you see that? That's how wet that mascara is. It's still wet. Still just sitting on my eyelashes like a bad, wet mistake. I don't even know what I meant by that. But that's what it was. It was a bad, wet mistake. And I'm looking now and seeing that my eyeshadow is not blended well right there. I'll probably crash into that bad, wet mistake mascara and make a bigger mess. Won't that be sweet? This is not new to me. This is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. For reference, I am in Shell Ivory. I will say that I had a hard time finding a color that matched me, and this one, I can't remember now. I used it the other day. It might be a little light because I think I was using a little self-tanner when I got it. I have 4 bottles of it. It's about $5 a bottle. I don't mind buying extras to color match when that's how much it costs. It is light, maybe medium coverage. I know you can build it to more medium coverage, but I don't like a heavy foundation, so I don't. But it wears well. It does not sink into my wrinkles and my pores and my texture. I mean, obviously it sinks a little bit. It's going to, but there's no foundation that won't. But it doesn't seem to emphasize those areas that I don't want emphasized. It wears a long time. It does have a weird smell, but that doesn't bother me. It goes away. This is my Real Techniques sponge. Alright, do you guys see what happened with this mascara? Do you see mascara? Do you see eyelashes? To quote the president, sad. Okay, for bronzer, we are going to use the Wet n Wild ColorIcon bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. This is actually a little light for me, and I just realized my bronzer brush is upstairs. We're going to fake it with a blush brush. It is light for me. but it's not awful. It just, you know, a little hint of color, that's all we need. Hopefully I got most of the blush off this brush. See what I mean? It's so subtle. I don't even know if it shows up on camera. But anyway, just hitting the high points. There, there, there. Not really bronzy, but just a little hint of color. Wipe that brush off. For blush, we will be using the Wet n Wild ColorIcon in Fantastic Plastic Pink. This is a shimmery blush, but I like it. It's just a nice little sheer wash of color. And you know, it's what, Tuesday? It's Tuesday afternoon. I don't need a lot of makeup going on here. And I just realized, this is funny, I forgot to do my lower lash line. I forgot to put on my mascara on my lower lash line, and I forgot to put on concealer. Every video it's something, right? This is, again, this is just how I live my life. I am going to use the Wet n Wild. This is about worn off. I think it's the PhotoFocus concealer. I'll put it down below. I'm not exactly sure what it is because it's about worn off and I don't want to put my glasses on to try and see it. I do know that I don't love this concealer. This particular color is not right for me. That's my fault. That's not Wet n Wild's fault. But I just don't like the formula. What I do like it for though is I use it for as an eyeshadow primer fairly frequently. It works great as an eyeshadow primer. Aside from the color being off, which is, I'm sure, very obvious, it's not the best color for me. It doesn't sit well on my particular skin. I get super dry under eyes, and I don't think this is the concealer that's intended for that. Okay, for under eye, I think I'm going to go pretty subtle under my eye. You know what? Just for fun, and just because it's my video and I'll do what I want, I'm going to use that shimmery pink that I used on my lid under my eye. That might be interesting. I don't know what this brush is. Little Sonia K brush. Target lady. Don't know her, how to say her name. Just want something a little subtle. Again, you know, this is just everyday ordinary makeup. I don't want a whole lot of in your face. Oh God, I have to use this mascara again. I want to. I don't like it. I'm sure I'm going to edit that out, but what you guys missed was me leaning way into the mirror, which at the same time means leaning way into the camera. I can't even imagine what my face looks like coming at you like that. It's like, wow. It must be terrifying. Highlighter. It is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Precious Petals. The internet has lost their mind about this highlighter. I think it's really pretty. On me, it's, oh my gosh, do you see this? That mascara, I didn't touch my eye. That is from blinking. It's still wet. Good Lord, don't buy this mascara. Anyway, highlighter. I don't like a lot of highlight. I like just a hint. This is pretty. It does emphasize my crow's feet somewhat. I try and keep it below them. I don't always succeed. Can you see it on camera? I don't know what you can see. I need a viewfinder. And then I'm going to take that same highlighter on just a little flat brush like this. Just a hint. Go right there, just in the inner corner to open that up a bit. You know, very subtle. All right, I don't have Wet n Wild powder. Again, I know they make powder. I've heard people say they like it. I don't use that much powder anyway, so I'm not going to go buy one for just one video. So I am using the RCMA powder. I love it. This is not the container it comes in, because if you've used their powder or seen other people's videos, you know that the container sucks. But I'm just going to kind of hit the center of my face with this translucent powder. Just got it all in my blush. Yeah, we're going to pretend I meant to do that, right? Lips. Wet n Wild makes these gel liner, lip liners. I don't know how well you can see that. What are they called? Wet n Wild PerfectPout Gel Lip Liner. This one is in the color Plum Together. I really like these. They're so creamy. All right, I'm just going to top that with this. All right, I cannot see this. What is this? Wet n Wild Pout and Love. These are kind of semi-clear lip balm, lip glosses maybe. This is in the color Love. Not great wear time, but they're super moisturizing. I have 3 or 4 of these and I really like them. That's the completed look. I am looking in the mirror right now and I'm gonna have to redo my hair. I'm not really sure what those combs and things did to my hair today, but it wasn't good. Some final thoughts. The eyeshadow, I really like these eyeshadows and you cannot beat them for the price. They blend well, the colors are lovely. I like them a lot. Mascara, no, don't buy it, don't waste your money, don't even look at it, just don't give it the satisfaction of glancing in its direction, just don't see it. And what else? Concealer, if you don't have dry under eyes, you may really like this concealer. It's a fantastic price. They make better colors. I'm the one that bought the wrong color, that's not the problem with that, but if you've got oilier skin, you might really enjoy it. The foundation, I love this foundation. I will probably keep wearing it for a long time. And they've got a pretty good color range. It can be hard to color match, or at least it was for me. But once I found it, I really enjoyed it. It's just a good little everyday foundation. The bronzer, you can't see the bronzer, and that's my fault. I bought one that was too light, but I had the next color up before, and it was too red, too orange, it was too warm for me, so I thought I would try this one. I don't hate it, it's just, you know, it's not the best, but the bronzer formula itself is nice. It's creamy, nice, it's good. I can't speak. What else? The lip liners, where is that lip liner? These, I love these. I love these. I love these. I think I have 3, maybe 4. I wish they had more colors. I'd probably buy every cool color that they had because I really do like them. They don't transfer a lot. They do transfer a little bit. It's a gel liner, but they go on so smoothly. I like them. And these little lip balms, without the liner underneath them, it's just a very sheer wash of color. It's not drying. It's super moisturizing. I really like those. What else did I use here? Oh, the blush. I do really like that blush. I should probably go back and get another one that's not quite so shimmery, but or maybe not, because I probably have about, I don't know, 15 blushes in the drawer already. The highlighter, I do really like this highlighter. It's a little bit warm for me. I wish it was a little more pink and a little less gold, but again, that's not anything to do with the formula. That's just the color that I chose to buy. It is a good highlighter. So I guess that's everything. I think next week I'm going to try and do maybe not a full lip look, but a full eye look with the most recent BoxyCharm eye palette, because I'm really enjoying most of it. Some of it's too warm for me, but that's okay. I just won't use those colors, but I think that's going to be my next video. I hope that you have a lot of good things to look forward to. I hope that you are having a great day. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It really tickles me when that happens. If you like this kind of video, or me, or just like clicking buttons on your computer, give me a thumbs up. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.